of my beautiful nation and what it means to me. Not a thing out of place, that's what's special about it. And do you hear? It's the song the birds are singing. Do you hear? It's a sound that's everlasting, and there's no end in sight. Just the beginning of our lives, sweet Grenada. This is home, yes. And do you hear? It's the songs of birds.
Oh yeah, welcome Grenada, Carriacou, Pinimonic and the world. Welcome to another Mikey Live. This is News Discussed, Not Told. And we have quite a bit of things to talk to you about tonight, people. Alright? We have a lot of things to tell you about. So you have to tell your family, your friends, your neighbors, your dog. Even if you have to tell your pet the program start. Oh yeah. We have quite a bit of things to tell you. So many things happen, you know. Whether it is Grenada, St. Vincent, Trinidad, Tobago, other parts of the island of the Caribbean. So folks, here are some of the things that we need to tell you about tonight. Missing children with mother. All right. Now we woke up to this bulletin about a mother, about 3 children were missing and so on. We're going to talk about that in a moment. All right. Update. We have an update for you from the Public Workers Union. They had a meeting today. You know, nobody talk about it. We're going to talk about the business. All right. The Public Workers Union had a meeting today, a big meeting too. We're going to talk about that in a timing. Reagan found guilty for tampering with the clamp, the police clamp. We're going to talk about that business too. Biker fined $500 for riding without helmet. Never heard about that one before, right? We're going to tell you about that. Farmer charged with attempted rape. Man stabbed at Kiwani James Boulevard. Major breakthrough for South St. George for the police boy. We're going to tell all of the business. A woman was knocked down in Grand Anse today, boy. We're going to tell all about that. We have other things to tell about too, you know, so brace all yourself. Shady program, the man, some of all be. What is that? What is that one? Shady program. Hey, Hamlet, they don't shady program, you know. Some of all the shady program. You see, when all the shady program, everybody else get to see the business. Right now, Mikey Live trending. Shady business. It's like tourism, everybody business. Alright? So shady thing. Earlier, we coming back. Now, we want to let all you know, shady thing the man. The headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Duty Free Caribbean and Colombian Emeralds International. So here we're going on. When we come back, is real news in Olio Lili Lolo. So brace all yourself. We coming back. Get all the water and thing. Organize all yourself because we're going to be here for a little while. Because it's real news. It's tension when we start, right? And it's peace.
And so it begins. A journey like no other. Jungles so lush, they make emeralds jealous. Water that sparkles like diamonds. mountains with more facets than precious gems. This is where good times are had, where love is strengthened, where memories are formed. And when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will never fade. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Unlock your possibilities with Quartz Ready Finance. Pay absolutely nothing until Easter 2019. The possibilities are endless. Use Ready Finance on any purchase of a new stove, fridge, stylish furniture, and the latest electronics. At Quartz, get your chance to unlock your purchases with Ready Finance and have no worries until Easter. So come into Quartz and make it possible. Quartz, bringing value home.
Colors Promotion together with Carib present National Colors Fest. Everybody safe, girls lighting up, keep up. National Colors Fest. Wednesday, February 6th, the night before the holiday. Moonlight City. We deck off in our national colors and come out to play a mass. And you see, when morning touch, Grenada's best takes the stage. Sheldon Douglas, Boise, Dash, wind up, we don't want no easy. Jab King, Heine Jab and Sosa, Muddy, Squeezed, Looney Spark and Electrify, Zooty Man and more. Get ready, cause a mask go play. We embrace the ice, green and gold National Colors Fest, 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. General admission 25. Ticket outlets are Gittins in Grandance, Heather Boutique, Shotty's Bar opposite the terminal, Spice Mobile Guam, Shi's Bar Victoria, Big Lane Bar Sates, Kwame in River Sally, Daigo Shop Tivoli, Bogozo Barbershop, Kevin and Crush Barbershop Grenville, and St. David's Pharmacy. National Colors Fest, Wednesday, February 6th, Moonlight City.
The pride and joy of a nation is its flag. Its colors and arrangement makes it significant and stunningly beautiful. On Wednesday, February 6th, it's National Colors Day. Every proud Grenadian is asked to deck off in clothing highlighting the colors of our flag. Whether you are dressed for work, daily routines, or casual engagements, showcase the true Grenadian spirit. Every ministry, every department, and all workplaces are encouraged to join in. National Colors Day, Wednesday, February 6, 2019. Endorsed by the National Celebrations Committee. Our people, our colors, our day. On Wednesday, February 6th, National Colors Day.
Okay, people, so we want to officially welcome you to the program. Olia, this is the good, the bad, and the Mikey. You wouldn't believe my phone was dead for the entire night, you know. Everything nice, sort out like normal. And I kid you not, alright? I gotta tell you this. Every night, no interruptions, I doing my news nice and easy, preparing the program for you. As soon as we come on the program, my phone goes crazy. People decide it's the most convenient time to call us. So I'm saying this to say that earlier, from tonight, anybody calls me at 9, between 9 and 10, we're blocking their number permanently. Unless it's live breaking news, we're banning all for good from the phone call. What I say? Yeah, give me a like for that. Never hear that interrupting me business. So is there news in all the little let's talk business right now? The first thing that we have to tell all the boy, Grenada is taking a close look at the situation in Venezuela. People, the thing kind of sticky. You understand? Yeah, man. Now you're hearing all those big countries getting involved. Russia, China, and those kind of business people. And Grenada is closely watching. We had the Prime Minister talking about the business. You understand? So, on Monday, a delegation of the Caribbean Community, CARICOM, comprising the Honorable Timothy Harris, Chairman of CARICOM, we had Mia Motley, we have Keith Rowley. So we had the heads from some Kitts and Nevis, from listen, them heads, you know, they met. You understand? Peter David was there representing Grenada and thing too. They met with also the CARICOM Secretary General, Owen LaRock. Alright? And they were discussing the whole situation happening in Venezuela. You understand? Now the CARICOM delegation expressed its grave concern over the untenable situation in Venezuela. The delegation strongly urged that further deterioration would seriously aggravate the plight of the Venezuelans. They say that the Caribbean community is steadfast that the region must remain a zone of peace. We don't want that kind of business. You understand? We don't want that kind of business. They're asking all those big muscle states something to stay out of the business. Let's sit down on the table and let's discuss a way forward. You understand? But stay away from the business. We're not going to be using it. No force. Refrain from threats and all that kind of thing. And the use of force. You understand? In resolving the matter. So that is what we are hoping to achieve. You understand? Let's hope that soon that will be realized. You understand? No star. Anyway, let me go. The next story that I want to tell you about, the government makes good on its promise to have traffic wardens. So now all of them realize, well, soon they have a 3-week period where they're going to be receiving their training and things like that. And then following the training, they come out on the street and they follow play all the bad, all getting ticketing, all the little low and making it up. The government has made good on its promise to introduce traffic wardens as part of an initiative to deal with the traffic situation that's going on. You know? And they're working closely with the traffic department of the Royal Grenada Police Force to realize this. Now they're saying that the move comes against the backdrop of a significant increase in the number of vehicles on the nation's road, a growing number of traffic offenses committed by motorists, and an ongoing need to safeguard the pedestrians. 60 persons are to be trained for the next 3 weeks. You understand? And all go get tickets and things, they give them a good bit of power, you know what I mean? Yeah. So they say that hopefully this will help with some of the problems that we're having right now. And that they were encouraging the wardens and things to be fair and to take the rules seriously and things like that, you know what I mean? So that would be proper. And they say not only would they be directing traffic and that kind of thing, but if you play your dotting of the place, litter, they'll be like litter wardens as well. If all the play all the dotting of the place, it's ticketing all the little I ain't making it up. You understand? So they had that night a session and they were discussing the whole business. You understand? Yes, we're moving on. Alright, how we looking for? In fact, you can find out more on that story on our program. And the business earlier, hold on, today there was a little situation. I don't know if I'll watch it in the sky. I don't put our thing there because it don't make sense. The videos and things like what we have on Facebook, you don't really see it properly. But I'm sure that there are some of you Grenadians who can talk about what you saw just around the airport region this afternoon. Just around 5:45 to about 6. And thereafter, a weird look in the sky. It seemed like it was some sort of chemical cloud or Some people call it a spill. It appears to be an oil spill in the sky. It was like different. You know what I mean? We don't know that it's any cause for concern, but it's just weird. You know what I mean? A lot of people take picture, they take video, they put up on them kind of business. If I go on my wall, I'll go see what I'm talking about, but I think the different, it's looking nice. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's leave that talk. Let's talk about something different. So, Olia, today was the day we had a meeting, boy. When we say we're talking about the Public Workers Union. They call out their members and say to them to know your rights. Oh, we're going to a meeting 2 o'clock, boy. We're going to a meeting 2 o'clock. You know what I mean? Know your rights. The government say, The government sent out a press release say that it is advising public officers that the time granted for the meeting today with the Public Workers Union is 3 o'clock. You understand? Now, a letter from the public workers that came out yesterday stated it's at 2 o'clock time, like I said. You understand? Now, the government said it's indicated that it's approval of the meeting. And it said, well, yeah, we approve it and things like that, but it's going to be for 3 o'clock. So, they asked the public officers to, you know, respect that and so on, so on. So we spoke to Mr. Brian Grimes about that. You understand? And Brian Grimes is the PRO, the Public Relations Officer of the Public Workers Union. He's saying that more than 90% of the times, the time requested is the time granted. But somehow, he's saying that the government recently has been doing things a little differently.
To be honest with you, normally that is handled at the secretariat level, whereby people are permanently employed with the union. They would contact the cabinet secretary for time off, and 9 times out of 10, 99% of the time, that time off would be granted in based on what was requested. We have seen a reverse trend in terms of that, because just the other day, the Grenada Union of Teachers had a meeting and a minister of government came out and said it was illegal. In truth and in fact, when investigation was done, it was quite legal. So we are seeing a very disturbing trend rearing its ugly head in terms of freedom of association of workers. But workers are resolute, like I said, and the union knows its rights. And the workers, by and large, they know their rights. So we continue to forge on, and victory is imminent in all the matters that we face.
All right, and speaking of the workers knowing their rights, we also spoke to him about what transpired in the meeting today. You know, we had to joke up Brian and ask Brian what's going on. We don't hold our gun to your head, but we see Brian talking. You know what I mean? Talking a partner. What really happened today? He said it was a really good meeting. He said in terms of the attendance, he said, oh, awesome. Awesome. Am I making it up? He said it was an awesome attendance. The meeting was to discuss the whole docking of the pay, talking about workers' rights and so on as it relates to protest action and things. Listen to Brian, man.
Yeah, we had a meeting today. It was scheduled for 2 o'clock, but it came off from 3 o'clock. Basically, it was the interaction between the executive and the workers. Just keeping in tune with what's going on, getting feedback from them. It was related to, most of it was related to the pension and gratuity issue, and workers getting a deeper, more intricate understanding of their legal rights in relation to the pension and gratuity. We had at that meeting present our lawyer, Brother Jimmy Bristol, to give an insight onto the intricacies of why workers have rights to pension and gratuity, as opposed to the 10 facts of pension being put out there by the Government Information Service. Other matters were discussed in relation to the docking of pay and the illegality of the process that the government took to dip into the pockets of public officers and things of that nature, and this general discussion concerning the union. So it was a regular meeting, and it was a fruitful meeting, and the turnout was good. Most people think there was an attempt by the government, and I believe so also, to intimidate workers into not coming based on their release. But actually, it had the reverse effect in that we had a very decent turnout today, better than most of the meetings that we call. So workers are resolute and workers understand their rights, and it was a fruitful meeting at the end of the day.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Grimes, for giving us the information on the business. So folks, several months ago we played you a video. In fact, it made part of our Breaking the Internet segment. Now I want to refresh your memory about the segment because I want to tell you what the update on the matter is. Hold on, take all the time.
Yes, action and tongue.
So this is a man removing the immobilization device from his vehicle after it was placed by the police. I ain't making it up. Mr. Reagan decided, okay, if the police clamp my wheel, that in my car, I could do what I want. I pulling out the business. So he removed the device from his vehicle. So folks, I have an update on the matter right now. Hold on, take all the time with me. Don't push me. Let me tell you what really going on in the country. Good night, Brother John. How are you doing? Thanks for viewing at the program. I see some people on WPG10. Blessings. Reagan Ross, the man on your screen. He's a mechanic of Buseju, St. George. He has been found guilty of tampering with the immobilizing device. Reagan, oh God, I'm sorry for you, partner. He appeared on the St. George's traffic court today. Don't text me, man. You understand? He appeared at the traffic court. Let me put all you on mute. He appeared at the traffic court today and he was fined $2,500. What? Hamlet? You don't hear that, boy? Jay, in here thing? The man was charged $2,500 to be paid in 2 months, you know, partner. 2 months. In default, 14 days at a Majesty's prison. Well, if I you, Reagan, I ain't telling you days, you know. Alright, let me leave that talk there. What I'm saying is, condo had to go. You know, in about 6 weeks, your con, you can go and sell and decide you will go and plant tomorrow, go by farm and garden and get your seed on them and plant. And I mean, don't put seawater on the thing. Find a river where you could get some water and grow your corn and go and sell corn, roast corn in tongue to make you $2,000, partners. And I mean, because jail easy. $2,000, $2,500. What? I never hear that yet. No star. Next story in all the little right down with all the yet. Take all the time. Take all the time. This is another serious one. The police showing that they're in a no-nonsense mode. In another traffic-related matter, Golden Clement, a 22-year-old, he's an electrician of Grand Dance. He was fined $500 to be paid within 21 days. And in default, 3 months in prison. After being found guilty of riding without a protective gear or helmet, as it is known. The police is making joke by 2019 different. They have been warning and telling people to wear helmet, wear your protective gears. So the dude decided now wear. They make I think like normal. $500 fine for riding without helmet. Folks, I just want to back up a bit. You hear there is a traffic court. Ross appeared at the St. George's traffic court. Okay? Traffic court. We need a sex court, rape court, assault court, sexual assault court. You know what I mean? That we need one of that too. If you have a traffic court to deal with traffic offenses, why you can't have one for rape? I never hear that yet. There we go. We continuing in the business. In another matter, Another clamp related matter again. Another man get charging up people. We're not making it up. Eh? Well, look at that one. Hold on, let me put it on your screen. Look at that one. Another one again. Police. This time it's a 20-year-old. Huh? A 20-year-old has been charged by police after he removed his clamped wheel and replaced it with his spare tire. And wow, really that nice, yes. You understand? They say he removed his clamped wheel and replaced it with a spare tire. You understand? So charges of tampering with an immobilizing device, obstruction, and breach of one-way traffic were laid against Kimal Krishak. You understand? It's an auto body repair man of Woburn. So on Monday, 28 January 2019, after he removed his clamp, wait. Oh, hold on, we go tell you the rest just now. On Monday, 28 January 2019, they say after he removed the clamp from his vehicle, and you know, he was illegally parked where he was parking. You know. They say he was parked at the hospital ring road. At the hospital ring road. They say he was granted bail in the sum of $4,000 with one surety. He's due to appear in the traffic court on February 25th, 2019. Now, section 3(4), I guess that's a subsection, of the Road Traffic Amendment Act of Act 21 of 2017 makes it an offense for anyone to tamper with the immobilizing device that have been fixed onto a vehicle by a police officer or by any other person who is authorized to so do. And a person who is found guilty of this offense is liable on summary conviction to a fine of $5,000 and to imprisonment for 1 month. You understand? We're moving again. More news in all the another story we have to tell all of this one. That's a serious one. We can't joke about that one. That's a serious one, boy. Robert Callis, he's a 67-year-old farmer of Croshoe in St. Andrew, Pearl. In St. Andrew. Yeah? He has been charged for allegedly attempting to rape an elderly citizen. A 67-year-old farmer charged for allegedly attempting to rape an elderly citizen. Now, Callis, who appeared at the Grenville Magistrates Court on Monday, 28 January 2019, was granted bail in the sum of $7,000 with 2 sureties and has also been ordered to stay away from the virtual complainant. He will return to court on February 21st, 2019. Now, in another matter, a St. Andrew resident, that's Sean Charles of Pearls, appeared at the Grenville Magistrates Court same day, yesterday, in connection with the rape of a person who is speech impaired. Person can't talk. You understand? And that's according to police. Now he, Charles, was granted bail in the sum of $15,000 with 2 sureties and was ordered not to have any contact with the virtual complainant, and he's due to reappear in court on February 21st, 2019. Now, detectives laid the charges of 2 counts of rape against Charles at the weekend following a January 18, 2019 report in which he was alleged to have committed the act. Now, he's due to reappear. He's due to appear at the Sotes Magistrates Court at a later date to answer to 2nd charge of rape. Could drink some water in the program. It's a lot tonight, boy. Hold on. Police is now talking about a breakthrough. All right, a breakthrough for them in the south of the island, the South St. George Police Station. Now, detectives, I like how they're calling themselves detectives now. Right now we graduate. We're gonna call police and we detectives at the South St. George Police Station have arrested and charged a St. Mark resident in connection with a slew of break-ins in the south of the island. You know, sometimes when them things happen in certain places, they just think it's people within the area. So this St. Mark resident is charged for a slew of break-ins in the south of the island. You know, Sheldon Straker, he's a 36-year-old of resource in St. Mark. He was formally charged for stealing in excess of, guess what? $35,000 worth of goods belonging to a Chinese construction group. Now, he appeared at the St. George's Magistrates Court on Monday, 28th January 2019 and was remanded to Her Majesty's Prison. Straker, who is charged with 2 counts of each of housebreaking and stealing, is alleged to have committed the offense between the 18th of October and the 9th of December 2018, and police say they are investigating this matter. In another matter, people, right? This morning, we all woke up to a bulletin that 3 children were missing. Let's refresh your memory. So, according to police, this was posted on social media by a family member, saying that the 7-year-old, and you know, he described all the children and so on. There was a number. And being true to form, Grenadians responded. This spread on social media like wildfire. When we contacted the police said that they just learned about the matter and so on. So they responded. It wasn't too long after our news desk received a call from an anonymous source who claimed that the children were in the possession of their mother. And it appeared that whoever would have made the post did not consult with the mother. By the way, we were also told that the children usually live somewhere else with some other family members. Yes? But yesterday in particular, for whatever reason, which we cannot share, the mother, according to reports and to a source, would have visited the children and would have had them in her care. And for persons who also read the post, I think I would have saw some people saying too that no mention was made of the mother should have been contacted. Well, it turned out, according to reports, that the children was in fact with their mother. All right. So that's a bit of good news, at least, you know, in terms of where this is going to go after that, because something is up, right? Something is up. So what happens is now we business. All we need to know is them children safe. Right. How are we looking for time? In another matter, a woman was knocked down tonight, well, this afternoon, in the Grandlands area, Mont Rouge to be exact. You know, how the incident happened, I don't know. But yes, she was knocked down. Police was on the scene, and there were other people who were there just taking a look at what was really happening. You understand? It took a while before the emergency services arrived, but curious onlookers stood by and watched. You know, what exactly happened, we don't know for sure. But what we can tell is police say that they are investigating this matter. These images have as well prompted outrage because people are saying, and this is news discussed not told, that for far too long we have not educated ourselves enough in terms of how to respond to tragic incidents, how to respond to accidents, how to respond to trauma, how to respond to incidents of that sort on your screen. One person who is versed in first aid says, "It is not that serious So please do not leave these people on the ground to die. The person said that there's protocol that needs to be followed. That is not that hard. And that we as citizens should be trained at least in basic first aid. For far too long, do we leave people to suffer and to die? You know? When it's not, that's their words, it's not that serious. In the sense that, hey, just follow these protocol, get the people in the hospital. You don't need to leave them on the ground in possibly a hot pitch or in compromising or uncomfortable positions. It is not necessary. It is not that serious. You are not obligated to stand by and watch somebody while emergency services come. You are not obligated to standing by and watch them die in a hope that the emergency services will arrive in time. This is news discussed, not told. We are moving on. And so the next thing that we have to tell all you about is an incident that occurred on the Kirani James Boulevard today. It's like the scene from a movie. I'm not even making it up. We don't make up news on the program. It's like the scene from a movie when you hear people explain. When you hear people talk about what transpired today on Kirani James Boulevard. Now, at first, it was thought that this was an accident, a typical accident, probably somebody speeding, somebody lost control of the vehicle, and so. It was later found out that the vehicle that you're seeing in the ditch is there as a result of a stabbing incident that occurred in that area. Now, the police confirmed that they are investigating a stabbing incident and a man who fled the scene after committing the act. Now, one eyewitness said that 3 persons were seen in a conversation, 2 males and a female. One man who appeared to be a Chinese, a Grenadian, and another woman, talking for some time. And then the next thing you know, Chinese heads to the vehicle. He was approached by the person. He received a few stabs while on the vehicle. There was even blood on the vehicle. By the time somebody said one of the eyewitnesses said he was almost like pulled out of the vehicle. And that is why the vehicle just proceeded to travel in that direction, and it hit another vehicle and then into that ditch. You understand? So that incident is currently being investigated by police. One person said the assailant ran up into the Belmont area. All right, so police are looking into that. Yeah, boy. Somebody say, why the Chinese didn't use the karate skills? We watch too much movie. You know what I mean? So that's another serious matter. Anyway, it's a serious matter, and the police say that they are in fact looking into it. Folks, what I'm about to show you is probably the most senseless act that you might possibly see in your life. What I'm about to show you did not happen in Grenada, but it happened close enough for you to be concerned as to how we have no regard for life. Take a look at this incident that happened in Trinidad, which has sparked outrage. You should see social media. Look at this. Did you see that? Eh? Did you see that? Okay. Huh? Would you imagine this? Huh? In Trinidad, a man on a shooting spree shoots behind one person, then just shoots behind another. Well, what I can tell you is this person who just walked out of there, he could not have possibly, this man with a gun could not have possibly known that this guy was going to be coming out of that food court. Eh? Well, let me tell you, he killed them people. The man is now dead. Eh? Just like that, he killed the man. Eh? Just like that. Now, police in Trinidad say they have an idea as to who the shooter is. Huh? Shoots behind one and then just shoots behind another. And, yeah? Just shoot. Yeah? Killed the 54-year-old man, you know. Hendrickson Gerald. Huh? Only moments ago, went to get a piece of food and, you know, eat the food. Eh? In the restaurant. And as soon as he made his way out, as soon as he stepped out of there, without even understanding what was really happening, you just shoot. Just shoot. Just so. Watch. So anyway, they say that they have an idea. They have this man in custody. They go put him in a lineup tomorrow, and you know he person will identify him because there were a lot of people who on another video, which I'm not really going to show because at least you know you saw this already. They say that there are a lot of people who said I saw him. Police did an investigation. They arrested this guy, and they were going to put him in an identification lineup or however you call it. You know what I mean? But I swear to you, in all my years of reporting, I've never seen something so senseless. Never. And this is happening in Trinidad. Never, ever seen anything like this. How are we looking for time? Let me see how we're looking for time. Yes, boy. What else do we have to tell you? We have quite a bit of stories to tell you. There was a man who was shot in his face in St. Lucia. We had that down. Probably we're not gonna share that. But there's a man boy in Trinidad set himself on fire. Well, in fact, how he did it? He set his house on fire, then ran into it just moments after his wife left him on Monday. I ain't making it up. That is a situation that had happened in. Listen, I ain't making it up. Look at the guy. Look him right here. They say they tried to stop him from going into the burning house, but he ignored them and ran straight inside the house, and then lay down on the floor while the house was burning. Now, one neighbor said after he threw the gas and lit the house, it went up in flames. He then took the bottle and poured gas on his body and ran into the burning house. They say he wasn't listening to anybody. It's like something came over him. One resident said they're still in shock because they just can't believe what they saw. Now, firemen later found the man's charred remains in the front room. Now, police are saying that he and his common-law wife had a troubled relationship. And then she ended the relationship and then sought a restraining order against him. And so, just as how she break up with him, sought her restraining order and things like that, he say, nothing so. Poured gas on his body, poured gas on the house, burned down the place, and just run in the house. But are you happy? You happy, man? What I find? He happy? I'm he. Anyway, love is real. Love you, love so, partner. Yeah, no. Love the man, love so, you know. And some of all you don't even share the program yet. Some of all you don't share the program. I'm asking all of you to share the program. All to share the business, man. All to share the business. Because the next thing I have to tell all you about is different. You understand? Now, the Mikey Live Helping Hands Foundation, they're having an event coming up. And we're inviting all you February 9th. Food and everything, Canada. The folks out there in Canada, go to that event because hear what's going on. When all you support this event, it's back into Grenada. The funds are coming to assist the people who are struggling. The poor people, people who can't make ends meet for themselves, people, the elderly people who just dare left to die lonely. We go find them wherever they are and we go help them out. And if you can't go physically, contact the organization members in Canada, make a contribution. You know what I mean? Help send children to school and them kind of business. I'll give the Mikey Live Helping Hands Foundation Canada branch a clap. Look out for the foundation members in New York too, because they're organizing some business, and the team here in Grenada as well. You know what I mean? So all show up at the event and don't play all the stoosh. You know what I mean? If you can't go to the event, call the members, you know, Rayburn, Doria, and all of them there, Suzette, and say I want to make a contribution, I can't make it, and organize all the business. You know what I mean? And we help all them people and them. You know, we don't waiting for nobody to help us, we help him with self. You understand? We help him with self, right? So we eating food, we eating oil and then kind of business, saltfish and provision, and then kind of business, chicken and thing. Yeah, alright, good. So how are we looking for time? Although, here going on. Don't forget the Agricultural Network. Check them out on online right now for farmers and for persons who are in the agro processing industry. You know, it's a network for farmers to meet and for people in the industry to interface and to exchange ideas and to sell and to purchase, right? Nice website, check it out. The Agricultural Network. Alright, oh yeah. You're going on, man. Me take a breather, man. When we come back, we have the national report, take all the time and share the business.
We mean business and we talk business.
I wanted to go back to when it started.
And we let women in business tell their own stories and inspire others.
But I'm very excited about 2019.
I am Abigail Long, and join me right here for Abby's Power Lunch.
You never looked at a piece of paper. This was just a beautiful conversation.
We talk to women of the Caribbean who make things happen.
I know, let's not just preach it, let's practice it, and it starts from household.
The pride and joy of a nation is its flag. Its colors and arrangement makes it significant and stunningly beautiful. On Wednesday, February 6th, it's National Colors Day. Every proud Grenadian is asked to deck off in clothing highlighting the colors of our flag. Whether you are dressed for work, daily routines, or casual engagements, showcase the true Grenadian spirit. Every ministry, every department, and all workplaces are encouraged to join join in. National Colors Day, Wednesday, February 6, 2019. Endorsed by the National Celebrations Committee. Our people, our colors, our day. On Wednesday, February 6th, National Colors Day.
Unlock your possibilities with Quartz Ready Finance. Pay absolutely nothing until Easter 2019. The possibilities are endless. Use Ready Finance on any purchase of a new stove, fridge, stylish furniture, and the latest electronics. At Quartz, get your chance to unlock your purchases with Ready Finance and have no worries until Easter. So come into Quartz and make it possible. Quartz, bringing value home.
All right, thank you very much. And now, folks, it is time for the National Report.
Grenada's plans to transform the agriculture sector highlighted at international meeting in Guyana. Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the details to the news for Tuesday, January 29th, I am Leslie Ann Johnson. Some of Grenada's plans to transform the agriculture sector took the spotlight at the 17th session of the Committee for the Review of the Implementation of the UN Convention to Combat Desertification, or UNCCD, being held in Guyana. The plans were highlighted by this country's Agriculture Minister, the Honorable Yolande Bain-Hosford, who is among more than 400 delegates from all over the world. A major talking point is the link between desertification, land degradation, and climate change. Minister Bain-Hosford spoke to some of the initiatives to tackle the challenges.
Grenada undertook the setting up of the Voluntary Land Degradation Neutrality, LDN, targets, and that should be achieved by 2030. And the targets were increase the fertility and productivity of 580 hectares of cropland by 2030, transform 800 hectares of abandoned cropland into agroforestry by 2030, implement soil conservation measures on 120 hectares of land by 2030, rehabilitation of 385 hectares of degraded land at Bellevue South in Carriacou, that's an island near to Grenada, small island, by 2030, rehabilitation of 100 hectares of degraded forest in Grenada and Carriacou by 2030, and increase forest carbon stocks by 10% by 2030. These are the targets that we hope to achieve.
The Agriculture Minister also provided information on a Moroccan government-funded project that relates to soil mapping.
Regarding soil care, the transformative project funded by the Moroccan government, we started a project in soil care and the mapping of the soil, etc. in Grenada. We now have almost completed that project. We can hand over to the farmers now pretty soon information so that they can do their proper planting, they can know the fertility of the soil, they can know how much fertilizer to put in their soils, what not to put, and that kind. So they will have a status on their soils in Grenada. We have done that project. It's almost completed, and that would be a plus for the farmers, knowing, how much fertilizer to add to their soil, what they can, do to their soil, knowing how healthy their soils are and what they can plant, and the timing and all of that. All of that is part of the whole soil care program in Grenada, and it's going very well.
Grenada is also represented at the meeting by Mr. Trevor Thompson, focal point for the UN Convention to Combat Desertification. The convention will conclude on Wednesday. The government of Grenada has made good on a promise to introduce traffic wardens as part of innovative efforts to bolster the work of the traffic department of the Royal Grenada Police Force. The move comes against the background of a significant increase in the number of vehicles on the nation's roads, a growing number of traffic offences committed by motorists, and an ongoing need to safeguard pedestrians. Addressing the 60 persons who are being trained as the first group of traffic wardens, Minister for Transport, the Honorable Gregory Bowen, said this is the first component of the solution to fix the traffic situation.
Every year, during the last 5 years, from 2013 to 2018, the increase in registration was 42%. For ease of calculation, and if we use a 50%, that is, if the number of vehicles, the registration number increased by 1,000 in 2013, there will be an increase of 500. So the increase in the next year will be 1,500. And the next year will be 2,200. So between that period and now, the actual number was in the range of 19,000 vehicles, which approached now 36,000 vehicles. That is a task that we have to address. And you are in the forefront.
Minister Bowen urged the traffic wardens to maintain a harmonious relationship with the motorists and pedestrians alike, and he encouraged them to pay particular attention to the customer service training, which forms part of their course. Acting Commissioner of Police, Mr. Edwin Martin, cited traffic management as a great challenge for law enforcement daily and expressed optimism that the traffic wardens will improve the efficiency of the traffic department.
Traffic management is a major challenge for law enforcement on a daily basis. And even when there is no law enforcement issue requiring the RGPF's attention, the challenges associated with traffic management remains omnipresent. This challenge is further exacerbated by the fact that the number of registered vehicles on island has increased by an average of 68% over the last 5 years and continues to grow. This makes traffic management not only challenging, but also a critical operational matter requiring law enforcement attention on a 24-hour basis, 7 days a week. It is also safe to say that the sheer increase in the volume of traffic, when combined with individual driver and pedestrian negligence, as well as non-compliance with our traffic regulation, are major drivers to the increase in accidents we are witnessing currently. The traffic warden system is considered to be a critical element among a number of other strategies to be implemented to effectively address the current and future challenges related to traffic management.
The Ministry of Health is developing a national emergency unit for Grenada. The intention is to enhance the ministry's ability to efficiently respond to emergencies in the quickest possible time.
We held 2 meetings with key stakeholders to develop a policy to govern that response team. One of our objectives of this initiative is to have ambulance placed in strategic places, our location, to respond to emergencies. Why we want to do that? Is it an effort to reduce our response time? As we all know, there are delays in our response time. We hear it on the media and so on. And to provide quality care in a timely manner.
That's Ms. Joanna Humphrey, Deputy Director of Hospital Services. She was speaking during the handover of an ambulance to the Crash Fire Rescue Department at the Morris Bishop International Airport. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
It is here again, it is here again. The Made in Grenada Expo is here again. And I just hope the whole of Grenada are ready, because I sung in a clarion call. The Made in Grenada Expo is here again. The Made in Grenada Expo is on February 7th, and the public is encouraged to come out and give full support and buy out all local products on show. Products manufactured right here in Grenada, 100% Grenadian, and it's happening right here at the National Stadium. Are taking in the Independence Parade and the Made in Grenada Expo one time. I am so excited. That's why I'm making a fireside. I bring my tent, my blanket and all kind of thing, and I'm camping right here until everything done on February 7th. The Made in Grenada Expo is here again.
Your new Independence Morning, celebrating 45 years. Give it up for Sarah Sabat!
Sour Our serpent Deshaun Niles is still savouring the taste of victory in the Independence Calypso competition, which was held at the Sater's bus terminus on Saturday. 14 Calypsonians competed for the title, which was captured last year by Rootsman Kelly, who did not take part in the competition this year. Top Cat placed the second, followed by German superstar Simon third, Baraka fourth, and the Messenger fifth. Acting Minister for Culture and the Arts, the Honourable Kate Lewis, says this is a proud moment for Grenadians as the country celebrates 45 years as an independent nation.
As we look back on our 45 years, we can do so with pride and dignity, because as a nation, as a people, we have made tremendous strides despite the challenges that we have had to overcome.
Other major activities that are yet to come include the cultural extravaganza on Saturday, February 2nd, the ecumenical service on February 3rd, village beautification and oil dung competition February 5th, National Colors Day on February 6th, and the National Parade at the National Stadium on February 7th. And that's the National Report. I'm Leslie Ann Johnson.
Thank you very much, Leslie Ann, and let's see what the weather is like. We have not been receiving the weather from the Met Office. I do not know why. I have not been seeing it coming in. I usually receive the weather, but these days I do not know what has happened. But I'm not able to get it, so I have to apologize for not having, and when I say the weather, I'm talking about the detailed weather report from the Met Office. What we give you these days is a generic report, all right? And so the generic report says that temperature is going to be about 24 degrees Celsius in terms of its low, and no precipitation is expected anytime tonight, okay? And current temperature is 26 degrees Celsius, humidity 74%, wind 10 kilometers per hour. Okay, and we have to quickly go. Some people say, Mikey, you just rush at the end of the program. We have to do that because remember, we have to turn off at exactly 10 o'clock to allow the television station to continue with its programming. All right, so let's say hello to Kireen, Esther, Trevelyn, Ezran, Khadija, Kathy, and Catherine, Rita, Deslin, Sharon, Angel, Hazel, Patsy, Raven, Veron, Suzette, Monica, Lisa, and Neki. Also, we have Lintona and my mom, Arthur, is there as well. Peter, Sherman, and Rose, Khadija, Dolores, and as well, we have with us Sharon Rush, and who else we have here? We have Zaka, Allah, and Queenie, and Rachel, Sheba is with us as well, and Melly, I see you here, Melly, and Angel, and Irma. Everyone else, we say thank you, and don't forget to check out our website. All right, Deborah, big up yourself, and Kevin, big up yourself as well, and Anne, okay, and Sarana, Eunice, and Kevin. Now here's what many of the stories in which you heard on the program tonight you can find on our website. All right, our website is mikeylive.com, and if you have not yet liked or followed our page, please go ahead and like the page so that you can get alerts. Okay, and we're gonna come back tomorrow, God's willing, with some more interesting news right here on Mikey Live. Thank you to the viewers on WPG10. Thank you to those of you on YouTube and Facebook respectively. God bless you, and let's do this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say, ja, no. Good night, everyone. Goodbye.